For my non-Nigerian ladies out there that are either dating, are engaged, or even already married to the Nigerian king, with future plans of moving back home, much more specifically in that city they call Lagos. I had the opportunity of going to Nigeria last Christmas. I was there for a month, and I mostly spent my time in Lagos and Port Harcourt. I also got the chance to go to villages to Bise and Eche, but I spent about 2 weeks in Lagos and 1 week in Port Harcourt, and I got to make plenty observations while over there, especially in the Lagos, because Lagos, I was so thrilled to be in that city, because every time I'm on TikTok I see parties upon parties, enjoyment, 30 December, party everywhere. As an outsider, you get to find out about different countries through the media. Me, everything I know about Nigeria is through media. That's TikTok, Instagram, and also through movies ever since I'm young. So I already had my own idea, my own imaginations about Nigeria and about Lagos in general. But when I got to go there, hey, I got to see that what I was imagining was accurate in some aspects, but in some other aspects it was a fairy tale. Hey. So today I want to mainly focus on that city they call Lagos. That city, me, I call it the city of temptation, the city of only the strongest can survive. That place is not a place to mess with. Lagos is like Sodom and Gomorrah of Nigeria. That is what Lagos is. So today I want to focus on sharing some information with my non-Nigerian sisters that are already married or engaged to Nigerian men, all right, with future plans of moving back home. Because we all know that you cannot help who you fall in love with. Sometimes you just meet somebody, you guys will fall in love, and you start planning your life. And sometimes when two people get to meet, you get to have these deep conversations, thinking that we've had those conversations and we should be fine. Let's say, for instance, me, I'm from Cameroon, and I can date somebody from Nigeria, and we can be having these conversations about where we're going to invest our money, where we're going to build, where we're going to retire, and all that kinds of stuff. And there are a lot of things that we are both going to be agreeing to without really knowing what we're talking about, or by relying on things that we have seen on social media. But when you get to go to the country now, the reality is going to hit you either really, really, really hard, or you're going to be comfortable. So for me, some things I observed about Lagos that I want to share with my non-Nigerian sisters. You know, there are some things that a man will not tell you. That is if your man grew back home before coming here. He might not tell you just because maybe he's trying to be mischievous. No, sometimes he might not tell you because he feels like, okay, like I love my wife, she's safe with me, no shaking, no reason to be insecure. That's the reason why he might not share with you. But there are also some people that they will not share it with you because they feel like if they really, really tell you what that city is all about, you will not want to follow them there. Or maybe you're going to agree at the moment because you want to be married. Maybe you love them at the moment. Maybe you just want to have your own kids. Then tomorrow you're going to bail out. So some of them might not tell you because of that. But me, what I have observed in Lagos is this. I love that city with all my heart. Me personally, when I have money tomorrow, if I'm to retire anywhere, I will not even want to retire in Cameroon. I will go and retire in Nigeria. Either Nigeria or Ghana, one of those places. I love Lagos. I love that city. Just from the little I have seen, even their weather, I love their weather. I love the party scene. I just love the vibe. I love the environment. But there is another side to Lagos, that if your heart, as a woman, if you don't have control of your emotions, and you have met your charming prince here, your charming Nigerian prince here or king, and you're planning to move back home with him, much more specifically in that city they call Lagos, if your emotions are not stable, or you know that your man, you're really struggling with him here and being faithful on this side of the world, the Western world, USA or Europe or wherever it is, on this side of the world that is very hard even to find a woman even to cheat with. There are some men, you know, that your husband still finds a way to cheat on you or to be a serial cheater on this side of the world, and you're planning to retire back home with him or to move back home with him at a certain point of your life, that is maybe, let's say, in your 40s or in your beginning 50s, or some people even in your 30s, get yourself ready, especially when you have money, because you're not going to go back home if you don't have what you want. Most people that make plans to go back home, when they finally decide to go back home, they are loaded. They have made money and they are going back home to invest. Get your emotions ready, because trust me, that man is going to be a serial cheater in Lagos. I'm not saying that I haven't seen beautiful women or in other cities. So I have seen beautiful women in Port Harcourt. But the thing is this, the population of Lagos is even higher than Cameroon as a country. So you can imagine. And one thing I noticed about Lagos is like the breed they are giving birth to the most is females. It's like those poor people that spend their whole time doing jangolova with each other's sexes. All they are able to give birth to is females. And when you give birth to females and you are relying on the universe to feed them, at some point they're going to turn into harlots. So you can imagine the amount of people they have there. And it's mainly females, because the amount of females I saw walking the streets at night, hey, I was shocked. The rate of prostitution in Lagos is so high. I'm from Cameroon. I have been to Cameroon several times. The amount of prostitutes I have seen only in some neighborhoods in Lagos is more than the prostitutes I have seen in like 4 cities in Cameroon. You see one street, you see like 80 women lined up, different versions. And the funny thing is that you would think that with a high population like that, the poverty rate is very high. But one thing I noticed in that Lagos is that almost every female in that city has the latest iPhone 13 Pro Max or iPhone 14. They don't joke. I don't know if it was only my eyes that was falling on people that have big phones. I didn't see one female with one skeptical Samsung, skeptical Nokia, or even if they have it, it's like a second phone. And I'm talking about university girls. I'm talking about high school girls. I don't know what they call high school in that country, but I'm talking about high school girls. Girls that are maybe not even in university, that are close to entry university. They're holding iPhone 13 Pro Max, they're holding iPhone 14. Business people phones. They're holding phones that us here are working so hard for and paying with serious dollars. I began to ask myself, how are they acquiring those phones? It must be somebody's husband that is buying those phones for them. It must be people's husbands that are buying those phones for them. Because let's be truthful with ourselves. We all know how Africa is hard. And with the kind of population they have in that country, the level of poverty is going to be very, very high. So the hustling there is going to be hustling. So before you carry your money, you carry your naira to go and invest on a phone, you have to have backup now. Or you have to be sure that there is somebody somewhere that is supplying for you to be able to get comfortable to carry 1 million something to go and buy a phone. You have to be comfortable. So that's why I'm saying, if your husband is already a serial cheater abroad here, and you have plans to retire with him back home, or to move back home with him in general, because we all know that in the African community, when a woman gets married, after you said I do, that means you are going to follow your husband wherever he goes. It's very rare to see a man following the wife wherever she wants to go. The woman is the one that gets to follow. So if you're planning to follow your husband back home, my advice for you is this. From what I have seen, follow him when he's already at the end of his 50s or 60s. That is fine, because who cares? There comes a point probably in your marriage where he's not even going to find you sexy again. When he's going to see, he's going to be like, this old vegetable. Especially with his money. When he's going to go to those bars and meet those small girls. And one thing about the girls in Nigeria, I noticed that they are very polite. Even the rudest ones, when they walk in those bistros, those lounges, when you go there, you order your croaker fish. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. If your husband is one of those men that has been craving that, sir, when they come, they bring water for him like this. If you know Then you're one of those wives that are abroad here. Your mouth is always running. When you go and give your husband food, water is there now. Go and carry the water for yourself. The husband say, where's my food? The pot is there now. Go and save yourself. If you know that you're one of those women abroad, you're in danger. If you're planning to follow him back home, because Nigerian women are very polite, especially when they are below, down there. They know how to milk a man. They are very polite. I haven't even seen Cameroonian women that polite. Today, you want to cubana with him, you eat croaker fish. Tomorrow, eventually he's going to return by himself. And when he returns by himself with his friends, do you know what is going to happen? Especially if you're one of those rude women at home. You know, men, you don't have to be beautiful. Just kindness can make them forget themselves. And there are some women that are very, very good at that. And one thing about Lagos is this. In Lagos, the traffic is crazy. To leave mainland to come to Ikoyi, to go to Banana Island, to move from one place to the other, especially during the day. Right. If you don't have that thing that they call mopo, my dear, you are not going anywhere. People are not moving around anyhow in Lagos. If you don't have something doing outside in Lagos, during the day, don't go anywhere. At night, it might calm down. Around 10 p.m., 11 p.m., let's say around 9 p.m., 8 p.m., it starts coming down. But daytime, you know abroad here, if your husband is cheating on you, somebody can even see him at a restaurant and just take a picture of him and send it to you and say, your husband is at this location. Show up now and catch him. Lagos. By the time you leave your house and get to that place, he has had time to go to 2 different lounges, have time to go to the club, have time to go to the hotel, and do. Hey, that's how much traffic is in that place. So if you are planning to take your partner back home, just get your emotions ready. Like I said, either go back home when he's really, really old, or if you end up going back home when the cucumber is still working, just get your emotions ready and just know that things can happen. And it's just that I didn't focus on posting things on YouTube. The kind of nyash I saw in Lagos. You know, I noticed something about Nigeria in general. The women, they are a little bit exotic. I don't know what is making them that exotic. I don't know if it's just like coconut palm trees. They're kind of like Caribbeans. You will meet all kinds. You will meet elephant, hippopotamus, you will meet donkey, you will meet pino, snake, every kind of body shape. When it comes to breasts, what happens to what Nigerian girls? They don't have nyash like that. But when it comes to breast, they have breast. They carry breast. So if your husband likes breast, in Nigeria, his eyes are going to be breasting. One thing I give Nigerian women is breast. They have breast. Even me, when I saw someone with their breast, I was envisioning myself going like this go inside. They carry breast. I don't even know why they're selling pillows in that country. They don't need to be selling pillows in that country because the kind of load the women are carrying is enough comforter. Lagos. Hey. When your husband has money, I notice that the women there, they throw themselves at men. And they are not shy. They are not shy. You see your man, you'll be sitting, you'll be drinking. A woman is going to come close. They engage in conversation so easily. They're not shy. The Nigerian women are very daring. They are very daring. And I believe that in a city like Lagos like this, Kayamata is going to be hot there. The reason I'm saying that place is a dangerous zone is because we know that the more the population is at a certain location, the poverty rate is very high. And that's how people too are willing to do anything to survive. Today, your husband might go outside to go and say, I'm only going to do it 1 time. I'm only going to do it 2 times. From 2, it's going to turn into 3. From 3, 4. Now, you don't even know what you're turning to. Somebody is going to see Babalawo to put something in her kwetu, in her kuchi. And your man is gone. Lagos scares me. Somebody like me, it scares me, but I like enjoyment. The enjoyment that I saw there, I like it. It has everything I need in my life. The enjoyment I saw there, nah. If I have money, I will go. I will go. Because me, I have my emotions in check. Me, I will go and buy condoms for my husband. Because you know, with men, when you want to be too faking, I know you when you go out there, I'm not going to be arguing with you. I'm just going to buy a pack of condoms for you. I will put it somewhere for you and say, honey, please so. If you know that you're cheating on me someday, please condomize yourself. Put plastic before entering that place. I take God beg you. Because what I saw in that place, you are not safe. If it's not at the office, so he will eventually find it somewhere. Like I said, the prostitutes, there are so much. And there's so much temptation a man can resist. I just want to buy suya somewhere. At that suya spot, the amount of girls that I saw there with nipples hanging like this. I even saw one, no bra. Because she has boobs that are still hanging. The girl wore something like a white fishnet. She had nothing inside, no bra. The breast was standing like this. She wore one very short white short. She wore tongue. The ropes were hanging. I say, yeah. And that is how the girl was fit. And there were several like that. And I was like, yeah. So this is how unsafe this place is. Even my man just want to come and buy suya. He's going to buy the suya accompanied with different colors of nipples. And I was just standing there and I was like, hey, Lagos. And when you decide to move to Lagos with your husband, please make sure you stay fit though. I'm not saying that you should be skinny, but stay fit. If you are chubby, make sure that you're thick, fit. Chubby, fit. I know that sometimes in this Western world, you can become horrible. You can become very fat. And the man has nowhere to go. He has nowhere to go. It's not because he cannot go anywhere. It's because it's very hard to find a woman. But back home, if you don't take care of yourself, and you become like a house like this, forget about your husband now. Forget about him. No matter how he tries to be faithful to you, temptation is temptation. Nobody likes batting. It's like me marrying a man today, and the man becomes excessively fat. Because even that Lagos women too, us women to have our own advantages. The men there, when you are beautiful, they come to you. Some of them even, you're even standing there like that with your man, they are making passes at you with their eyes. So if you have a woman that's a harlot, today she might even meet the man, someone, the man is doing that, she will go back to that place when you're not around to see if she can find that man again. You need to keep fit in Lagos if you decide to move to Lagos with your husband. Because, hey, you're going to be home eating piles of amala and pondo. And there's a girl out there, that man is going to cheat on you. There is no two way about it. He might just be very polite for you not to notice, for you not to see, but he's going to cheat on you. Because we don't like better thing. And the rate at which people they party, your man is going to go and sit somewhere, drink one origin, two origin, mix it with hard liquor. His eyes will be doing one day he's going to surrender. He's going to surrender to the goodness of life. So if you're an outsider, if you are not a Nigerian woman and you're already married to a Nigerian man and you're planning to relocate back home with him, especially in Lagos, I know cheating can happen anywhere, but Lagos is much more in your face. Lagos, you cannot hide from temptation. It's in your face. Every day when you walk out like that as a man, I think you have to carry rosary. Like I said, it's not even about the beauty. You know, us women abroad here, we are built a certain way. We are not too respectful. So sometimes our men here, they crave it. Or they don't even realize that they crave it until they get back home. And they start seeing the girl saying, yes, sir. No, sir. You are welcome, sir. You're my favorite customer now, sir. That's how they're going to be saring to 4 points to Intercontinental. And they're going to be saring each other. Be careful, oh. And like I said, Lagos, there is no tracking of husband. By the time you leave your house to go and find him where they said he is, he has already gone to 2 different lounges, one bistro, and he's in the hotel already. There is no tracking in Lagos, Nigeria. You can maybe try it at night around 11 p.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., but it's not easy. And who wants to be risking their life to be on the road like that? Because driving there too is not easy. People don't respect the rules. A car is going on a one way. There are no rules. People don't follow red light, green light. So there's no tracking in Lagos. So if you are following a cheater to Lagos, just hold your heart, oh, be strong, oh. Buy a pack of condoms that's going to expire in 10 years to have it available for him. No for me. Tell him that, please, of all things, if you want to cheat on me, please wear condom. I don't want to get sick, oh, wear condom. Or follow him when everything is dead. When you yourself, you don't even care whether he touches you, he doesn't touch you. When you are ready that even if he comes back home and looks at you as an old aubergine, you're going to be fine with it, then you follow him back home. But as long as your man has money and he's cute, somebody's going to go for it now. Alright, so that is it. I have told you my own. I'm not trying to be babele. I'm not trying to scare you. But even I myself, I had a certain image of Lagos until I went there. That city is not a city for the weak. It's a city for the strong. And what I mean by strong, emotionally strong, strong in the head. You cannot be weak to live in Lagos. You have to be strong. So if you like what I'm all about, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thumbs up on this video and bye.